the girl who wanted 11 to die. What if the most dangerous villain in Stranger Things isn't Vecna? What if the real threat is someone we already met, someone we trusted, someone who vanished from the story right before everything went to hell? Because buried deep inside Stranger Things is a character who doesn't just feel unfinished, she feels deliberately hidden. Her name is Kali. Test subject 008. And if this theory is true, then Kali isn't coming back to help 11. She's coming back to end her. Point 1, Kali was never freed. She escaped for a reason. When we meet Kali in Season 2, we're told a simple story. She escaped Hawkins' lab. She survived. She's angry. She's broken. But look closer. Every other numbered child was either killed, imprisoned, experimented on until they broke. Except Kali. She didn't overpower guards like 11. She didn't open a gate. She didn't cause a massacre. She vanished. That alone is suspicious. Because Hawkins' lab never loses assets, and Kali's power illusion is perfect for deception. She didn't escape because she was lucky. She escaped because she wanted to be outside, watching, waiting, learning how the world works. Kali didn't run from Hawkins' lab. She graduated from it. Point 2, Kali's power is the most dangerous power in the show. Let's talk about abilities. 11 moves objects. Vecna breaks minds. The Mind Flayer controls bodies. But Kali controls perception. She doesn't change reality. She changes what you think is real. That makes her power. Undetectable, untraceable, unprovable, and most importantly, perfect for manipulation. You don't fight illusions, you believe them, which is why Kali doesn't need strength. She needs access, and the one person whose mind she understands better than anyone else? 11? Point 3, Kali doesn't want 11 strong. She wants her broken. Rewatch Kali's episode. Every lesson she teaches 11 is framed as growth. But look at the message underneath. Use your anger. Focus on your pain. Let hatred guide you. They took everything from us. That's not empowerment. That's programming. Kali isn't helping 11 heal. She's teaching her how to self-destruct. Because Kali doesn't want 11 alive and powerful. She wants 11 exhausted, emotionally drained, morally isolated, detached from everyone who grounds her. That's why Kali pushes 11 to kill. Once you cross that line, you don't come back. And Kali knows that. Point 4, why Hopper and others instinctively don't trust Kali. Here's something subtle but critical. Every time Kali is mentioned, the tone shifts. Hopper never reacts with relief. Joyce never asks where she is. No one says, we should find 008. It's like the show itself is telling us, don't invite her back. Because Hopper understands manipulation, and Kali speaks like someone who's already decided how things should end. She doesn't ask questions. She gives directions. She doesn't suggest. She pushes. And Hopper hates people who treat children like weapons. Kali doesn't see 11 as a girl. She sees her as a trigger.
Boom.
Point 5, Kali benefits from 11's death. Now we get to the darkest part. Why would Kali want 11 to die? Because 11 is the only thing standing between Kali and control. 11's power is raw, visible, violent. Kali's power is subtle, but as long as 11 exists, Kali lives in her shadow. If 11 dies, Kali becomes the last surviving test subject. Kali becomes the only one who understands the Upside Down mentally. Kali becomes the narrative successor. And here's the terrifying part. Kali doesn't need 11 to actually die. She just needs the world to think she did. Final theory, the real ending. If this theory is true, Stranger Things doesn't end with a victory. It ends with uncertainty. The gates close, the world survives. But somewhere, Kali watches, not as a hero, not as a monster, but as the only one left who truly understands how fragile reality is. And the scariest part, she might already be among them, invisible, smiling, waiting. So now the real question isn't, will 11 die? It's this. If reality itself can be rewritten, how would we ever know who survived? Let me know your theory in the comments. And if you want darker, Stranger Things deep dives, this is What the Whaat. Because some villains don't fight. They convince you to step into the dark yourself.